Microsoft is one of the biggest tech companies in the world, and with you use Windows, you use a lot of its products, Xbox. Getting an intern over there or a job is should be one of your primary goals. I got an intern and hence a subsequent PPO from. We had an online coding as well as an aptitude round, and the online aptitude round consisted of questions ranging from basic data structures as well as a few questions on DBMS and operating systems. Very general and things that you can get out of Geeks for Geeks. There were some questions which were a bit unusual, but that's okay. That can be managed. The other thing that I would like to emphasize on for the online aptitude round was that the questions, though they were easy or of sorts, but they needed a lot of practice. So there were a lot of questions which were based on a lot of bit manipulation. Like let's say I say, x is equal to x and minus x. So some bit manipulations happen, something of that sort. So that is, you should be really, really quick in these questions. There were questions which needed output, but you didn't have to actually do all of those questions. You had to apply your brains, do some manipulations, and get over it very quickly. So that was very necessary, and most of the people that I know could not solve the aptitude round. So that was one major drawback that I saw, that you should be really quick. The other thing was, the other part was the coding round. So coding round, frankly, was kind of easy. It was on their platform. Had two very easy questions. Something based on stack. You have to match brackets, and one other question that I don't remember. But those questions were really simple. At least in the time that I gave my round, they were really simple. Though in the next year they became harder. So do not expect the same flow always. It depends on the company. So you should be on your tips on basic competitive coding questions from Geeks for Geeks, from other basic sites. You should do basic Code Chef and other questions. After the results, the top two students were exempted from giving the subsequent round. I fortunately was one of them, so I did have to give the next round. But the next round basically consisted of a question which you had to do on pen and paper in about 30 minutes, and then you had to show them the questions, which is judged really quickly, and then you had to proceed on with the interviews. So that question was again, sort a linked list by sub means or something of that sort. So what they basically needed at that point of time was that you ask a lot of questions from them, because a lot of people weren't exactly clear on what the question was, and so they maybe did an L log N approach where only an O N approach was needed. So you should really be communicative. You should ask a lot of questions from the invigilators or whoever is there from Microsoft, their representatives, and make it clear, and then do the questions. And again, the questions are again the same type, Geeks for Geeks and other basic sites. So after that round, we had a set of interviews. The first round is usually from a representative from Microsoft who is at a position called SDE1, which is a bit lower, not lower, but the starting position, SD1 or SD2 position, which is software development engineer 1 or 2. They're asking me stuff from my resume. So they were asking, so they basically asked whatever was there in the resume. So basically they gleaned over it, and so, let's say I had written I know this language or this language. So they asked, oh, okay, so what is this? And did you know this was a Microsoft thing? This was a language, created by Microsoft. So like, what can be done with this? And okay, this is your project. What did you do on this and stuff, something of that sort. So the only thing that the best advice that I would give for an interview is that go there with a smile and be really, really confident. And even if you get one question wrong, you do not have to worry, because you just have to face the next question, and it usually works out, because the interviews are never looking for perfect answers. I was selected for the intern after both of these interviews, and so the next part was obviously the internship. So just one thing that I would like to briefly mention is if you've got selected for the internship, you do not have to worry. At the end of the internship, there are two rounds. One is a tech round and one is a double A round, and double A means as appropriate. And again, the last round is taken by a manager who is at a higher level. So if you have a very satisfactory performance, they even let you skip the tech round. So thankfully, I skipped that tech round. I only had to give the actual double A round, and that is a very casual interview. They ask you what do you think about the company, what did you do, what do you understand about the organization. Since they're looking more for your understanding of the broader view of things rather than what is the specific project that you did. So you should know, okay, fine, I did this, but this is where it contributes to the Microsoft family. And that is what they look for. And they also look for, they're looking for youngsters because that's why they're hiring you. So they're looking for the basic passion of you using new technologies and other things. So that is also something that you would like to showcase over there. And that is it. I got and most of the guys got PPOs, so it is not that difficult. So the internship part is not that difficult. So from our college, we had two people getting internships from Microsoft, and in the after the internships, both of us got a PPO. The minimum criteria for applying for the internship was an 8.5 CGPA.